Hey folks, here I am on Queen Street West in downtown Toronto, talking to this lovely lady, Shalyn Rothunzi, about her plant-based leather accessories here. We're at a market, a pop-up she's doing in Toronto, and I'm so glad because she's based in Montreal, and it's so much more fun to do these videos in person.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Love to be here.
Yeah, how are you loving Toronto, first of all?
Oh, it's good. I've actually exploring new parts of Toronto that I've never seen before, and that's really rare because I used to spend a lot of time in Toronto. Growing up, I have tons of family here, so it's been nice. Yeah.
And did you go to the Animal Liberation Kitchen this morning?
I did. I had some amazing food. It was a full vegan breakfast, and yes, thank you so much. And it was so close to where I was staying, which was amazing. Yeah.
Well, you know, I love me a croissant, especially a vegan croissant. Only a vegan croissant.
Only a
Let's
vegan
just clarify.
croissant.
All right, enough about the food talk. Let's talk about this product and where the idea originated and what it's all about. Because we're talking fashion today.
Yeah, so Aiya ayiA was born from a need to do better, just generally as humans, as a person in fashion. I didn't want to create a product that was going to be part of the problem. I wanted it to have a full solution. And so...
What does that mean to you, a full solution?
Yeah, so a full solution to a lot of the problems that fashion is facing, right? Mainly pollution and end of use, what happens to products at the end of life, how they end up in the landfills, you know, the harmness that we cause to animals, the toxicity that seeps into everything we do, and that pollutes not just the earth, us, animals, everything that, you know, we touch. And so, and then there's obviously the overconsumption, and there's that part of it too, which that's harder to control. But I figured if I can provide something that is a better solution that lasts longer, and then if you're tired of it or if you're done with it, then it can go back and nourish to grow new life, right? So it's a full solution.
Does that mean that you could put this in the ground?
So you can compost this. So if you put this in your compost bin at home, it doesn't have to go to an industrial composter.
Okay.
You can put it in your bin at home, and in 90 to 120 days, it will be composted.
Back to the earth.
Yeah.
Where it began.
Exactly. Full circle.
Full circle. So what is it made of? What is
Great
plant-based
question.
leather?
So this plant-based leather is one of many biomaterials. It is the only one made from leftover agricultural waste. So banana fiber, sisal fiber, hemp fiber, and coconut water. And then it's dyed with flowers and tree bark. And
I kind of love that part of it.
It's very amazing. And so this is one of the, probably the only material that doesn't even have a coating on it. Nope, not even a water PU. So which is a new type of coating that's supposed to be more eco-friendly than regular PU, but it's still PU. So this is the one that's free of all plastics and petroleum.
Yeah, amazing. And of course, cruelty-free.
Yes.
But, I mean, that's obviously something that's very important to you.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I don't feel that we need to harm any sort of living being. And I know plants are living beings, and we did not harm them. We took whatever was left over on the ground and repurposed it. And so I think, you know, we just need to sort of step back in our design process and do our due diligence in the beginning to properly think about how we can take materials that are already in use and repurpose them into new things, because we have an abundance of waste material. And so just creating new life from that is, I think, a better solution than just growing new product and new materials.
So you're really taking those classic sort of 3 R's of recycling: reduce, reuse, recycle. You're utilizing all of that.
Yes,
kind of an old concept, but
revamping it, upcycling it.
Upcycling it. And let's talk about too the fact that this is really like this is designer style fashion. You know, this is upscale.
Yes.
So talk about sort of who your clientele is and what maybe, I don't know, what your inspiration for the design is.
Yeah, so luxury vegan is sort of, there's a gap in the market. We don't have any products for us. You know, everything that's on a luxury level is animal leather or plastic, right? And so we need a better option. And so this is that option because it covers our full motto and lifestyle of veganism, which I really love. And the inspiration really comes from Mother Earth. Everything we do is inspired by her. Like the way she takes everything that she makes, and it's all purposeful, and it all has a significant role to play. Every piece, even though we don't understand it a lot at the moment, but as scientists continue to study, they realize that every little thing is linked, including I was watching some nature documentary, and the hippopotamus poo from hippopotamus is food for another living being, and it creates a part of the circle of life, right? And so that to me is just mind-boggling, how she has these interdependent ecosystems that are built to like work together, and one
in
piece
harmony.
in harmony.
Mm-hmm.
One thing breaks, it affects the whole chain, and that's what we are, and we just don't realize how we're impacting our lives and our world, right?
And how we're breaking that chain.
And even her color palette, so everything's dyed naturally, and she makes the best color palette. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I'm sorry. And so the colors are inspired by her. Our designs are minimalistic, and so they're gender neutral, and
kind of classic and timeless, right?
Yes. So our core collection, which we launched, has 7 basic styles that we would use every day, and then as we grow, we'll continue to get a little bit more design centric to some of the things that we're looking forward to build out in a little bit more of a creative scope.
And here's something else that's really cool. Their pieces are customizable.
Yes.
So what does that mean? Because that's not something you hear about,
yes,
especially with accessories. Maybe with clothing, but not with accessories.
Okay, that's a great point. So this is our Momella belt bag, which can be worn crossbody, as I was wearing it over the shoulder. And any one of our bags, this is how they work, the straps, okay? So the straps are super easy to change. You just take it off and switch it to another color. So if you want to match this off-white color, which is called salt, and you want a salt strap, you can do that. You can do the bay rose, you can do the clove black, and we have 5 different straps. So we have a short handle, this one's specifically for the belt bag, which is called havasu. We have our classic one color strap that comes in a wide or a thin style, and then we also have our signature strap, which is called kariba, and it features our signature hand lacing, so it's two-tone. So you can mix and match and create your own style.
And the best part of it, or one of the other best parts of your entire line, is that where is it all made?
Great question.
Yeah,
so
I'm pretty good at it.
You are so good. You are so good. Everything is handmade in Canada.
Streetcar. Stop for the streetcar.
Rewind. Okay. Everything is handmade by skilled artisans in Montreal, Canada. Huge.
love that. And that's so rare.
Yes.
So I guess when you're thinking of sort of the high-end price tag of it, you have to consider all of those things that go into it. First of all, the quality of the materials, the fact that it is not harming or disrupting the ecosystem at all. It's taking what's left over from Mother Nature and repurposing it. And the fact that it's made right here in Canada, supporting local artisans, supporting local craftspeople.
Economy. And so we're ethical. We don't have any child or slave labor. We believe in fair living wages for all. So even our partners have to comply with our codes of conduct and Modern Slavery Act, because we don't want that anywhere in our supply chain. And that's really important to us. So even our material, for example, when we choose our material, what's really important to us is the company that we selected to use. They work with local farmers in their region and provide them with supplemental income, so to collect the plant waste so they can make the material. But why is that important? Because farmers in these rural areas usually have to leave their homes and their families and travel hundreds of miles just to be able to get enough work to put food on the table. And with climate change, it's exacerbating that because the crops aren't growing, so there's not even enough crops to harvest. So this is an amazing solution where we're not just repurposing the waste, but we're also providing livelihood back to the farmers who have less to cultivate.
And you keep saying we, but let's be very clear. This is a one-woman show.
Yes.
And you're the woman.
Yes. However, I say we because anyone who supports is part of that we. And if they don't support, then I could not do what I do. And so it has to be collective. It has to be.
Yeah. It takes a village, after all. But you are the brainchild, and I'm so honored to be your friend and to now be able to share your amazing product with everybody else. You've got to check it out. Tell them the website.
AiyaAyiA.com. AiyaAyiA.com.
Little flip.
Yes, it's a mirror. We like to, keep our perspective and reflect upon ourselves as well as everything we do. So
check them out. It is totally cruelty-free, ethical, sustainable.
PETA vegan approved.
Yes. And support local, buy local. Canadian products are amazing.
Yes.
So let's support our amazing Canadian entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, Priya.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing.
Thanks for chatting with us. I know you're doing a pop-up, but thanks for chatting with us on this Sunday afternoon in downtown Toronto, right before it rains.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.